Jack Morrison pressed his back against the cold metal wall of the transport ship. His heart pounded as he checked his rifle for the 10th time. Around him, 4 other humans sat in silence. They all knew this mission could be their last. 12. Years had passed since the aliens came to Earth. The Dominion, they called themselves. They arrived with massive ships that blocked out the sun. Within weeks, every major city had fallen. The human military fought hard, but their weapons were useless against alien shields and energy beams. The worst part came after the surrender. The aliens did not just want to rule Earth. They wanted to change humans into something else. They took prisoners and put strange devices in their heads. They changed their bodies with alien technology. These enhanced soldiers became the perfect weapons. They were stronger and faster than normal humans. But they had no free will. The aliens controlled their minds completely. Jack had been a Marine before the invasion. He watched his friends get captured one by one. Some came back as enhanced. Soldiers with empty eyes, they hunted down their former brothers without mercy. Jack barely escaped and joined the resistance. Now, he led a small team on the most dangerous mission they had ever attempted. Luna Base 7 sat on the dark side of the moon. Intelligence reports said the aliens were building something terrible. There. A new kind of mind control that would end all human resistance forever. Lisa sat across from Jack, her fingers dancing over a small computer. She was their tech expert. Before the invasion, she had worked with computers in a big company. Now she used her skills to hack alien systems. Her dark hair was pulled back tight, and her green eyes focused on the screen. Marcus Williams cleaned, his explosives kit nearby. The big man had been an Army engineer. He knew everything about blowing things up. His steady hands prepared charges that could crack alien armor. Despite his size, he moved with careful precision. David Torres lay on his stomach, looking through the scope of his sniper rifle. He practiced aiming at imaginary targets. The former police marksman had the steadiest hands Jack had ever seen. His quiet nature hid a fierce determination to protect innocent people. Amy Rodriguez checked her medical supplies for the 3rd time. She had been a doctor before the war. Now she served as both field medic and scientist. She studied alien biology and technology. Her knowledge had saved many resistance fighters. She also helped captured humans recover from alien experiments. The transport ship shuddered as it approached the moon. Their pilot was Jake Thompson, another resistance member. He had stolen this alien scout ship 6 months ago. Since then, he learned to fly it better than its original owners. Jake's voice came through the comm system. His words were tense, but steady. 5 minutes to drop zone. Remember the plan. Get in fast and quiet. Find what they're building and get out. Jack stood up and faced his team. These people trusted him with their lives. He would not let them down. Listen up. We all know what's at stake. If the aliens finish their project, the resistance dies. Every free human on Earth depends on us. He looked at each team member. Lisa, you handle the computer systems. Marcus, place charges on anything that looks important. David, watch our backs. Amy, document everything you see. We need to know what they're planning. The ship touched down softly on the lunar surface. Through the small window, Jack saw Luna Base 7 in the distance. The alien structure rose from the moon's gray soil like a metal mountain. Strange lights pulsed along its walls in patterns that hurt to look at. The team put on their spacesuits and checked the seals. The alien technology in their suits would keep them alive in the vacuum of space. It felt wrong using alien gear, but survival came first. Jake opened the airlock. I'll keep the ship ready. If things go bad, run for the pickup point. I won't wait long if alien ships show up. Jack nodded and led his team onto the moon's surface. The gravity felt strange after Earth's pull. Each step carried them further than expected. They moved in single file toward the base. The outer wall loomed above them. Lisa connected her computer to an access panel. Her fingers flew over the keys as she worked to break the alien codes. Sweat dripped down her face inside the helmet. "Got it," she whispered. The door slid open with a soft hiss. Inside, the base hummed with alien activity. Strange machines lined the corridors. Pipes carried glowing liquid to unknown destinations. The air felt thick with electric energy that made their skin crawl. They moved deeper into the base. Most aliens seemed focused on their work. The few guards they encountered were dealt with quietly by David's precise shots. His rifle made no sound in the vacuum. In the central chamber, they found something that made their blood run cold. Hundreds of humans floated in glass tubes filled with green liquid, tubes and wires connected to their heads and bodies. These people were being changed into something new. Amy took pictures while her face went pale. This is different from normal enhancement. They're rewriting their entire nervous systems, making them into perfect slaves. Lisa found a computer terminal and began downloading files. There's more. They plan to do this to every human on Earth. No more resistance. No more free will. Just perfect obedience. Marcus planted charges throughout the chamber. This place needs to burn. Suddenly, alarms began wailing. Red lights flashed along the walls. Alien voices echoed through corridors in their harsh language. "We've been discovered," Jack said. "Move to the exit now." They ran through twisting corridors as alien soldiers poured in from other sections. David provided cover fire while the others escaped. His shots dropped alien after alien, but more kept coming. Near the exit, they encountered something unexpected. An enhanced human soldier stood blocking their path. But something was wrong with him. His eyes showed confusion instead of the usual. "Emptiness. Help me," the soldier said in a weak voice. "I remember things. My name is Thomas Blake. I was a teacher before they took me." Amy stepped forward despite the danger. "The enhancement is breaking down. His human mind is fighting back." Thomas looked at his hands as if seeing them for the first time. "I've done terrible things. Killed innocent people. But I remember my students now. I remember who I was." Alien soldiers rounded the corner behind them. Thomas straightened up and raised his weapon. "Go. I'll hold them off. Tell people that some of us can still be saved." The enhanced soldier opened fire on his former allies. His alien modifications made him incredibly dangerous. But the aliens had more numbers. Thomas fell under their combined assault, but he had bought the team precious time. They reached their ship as alien reinforcements arrived. Jake had the engines running. The transport lifted off just as energy beams lit up the landing site. As they flew away from Luna Base 7, Marcus triggered his charges. Explosions tore through the base's central sections. The alien project was destroyed, but the cost had been high. Jack thought about Thomas Blake as Earth grew larger ahead of them. The enhanced soldier had broken free from alien control, even if only for a few minutes. If one could do it, maybe others could too. The mission had revealed the aliens' ultimate plan, but it had also shown something else. Hope, the human spirit, could not be completely crushed, even by alien technology. When they landed back on Earth, Jack knew their real work was just beginning. They had to find a way to free the enhanced soldiers. The resistance needed every advantage they could get. The war for humanity's soul was about to begin. 3 weeks after the lunar mission, Jack Morrison stood in an abandoned subway tunnel beneath New York City. The resistance had moved their main base here after alien patrols increased on the surface. Around him, dozens of fighters worked on weapons and equipment. But today they were working on something far more important. Amy Rodriguez bent over a collection of electronic parts spread across a metal table. She had been working day and night since they returned from the moon. Data they stole from Luna Base 7 contained something incredible. Hidden in the alien files was information about human brain patterns that the aliens had studied. The aliens made a mistake, Amy explained to Jack and the others. They mapped our neural pathways to control us better, but these same patterns can be used to wake up the enhanced soldiers. Lisa typed commands into her computer while connecting wires to a strange device. If we broadcast the right frequency, it should disrupt their control implants, like jamming a radio signal. Jack watched them work with growing hope. Thomas Blake had shown them that enhanced soldiers could break free. Now they might have a way to help it happen. How many can we reach with this signal? Maybe a few hundred. In the city, Lisa said. But if we can build more transmitters, we could reach thousands. Marcus Williams walked over carrying a heavy metal case. Inside were components he had taken from destroyed alien equipment. I've got enough parts to build 10 more of these devices. We can hide them around the city. The first test came 2 days later. They set up the transmitter in an old warehouse and waited. Jack felt nervous as Lisa activated the device. A low humming sound filled the air. Then they waited. Hours passed with no results. Jack began to worry they had made a mistake. Then David Torres called from his watch position. Movement outside. Enhanced patrol coming this way. Jack grabbed his rifle and moved to the window. 3 enhanced soldiers walked down the empty street. Their movements looked different somehow. Less mechanical, more human. The lead soldier stopped suddenly and grabbed his head. He stumbled and fell to his knees. The other 2 stopped and looked at him with confusion. Then they too began showing signs of distress. Amy watched through binoculars. It's working. Their implants are being disrupted. The lead soldier stood up slowly. He looked around as if seeing the world for the first time. His face showed emotions that had been missing for years. Fear, confusion, and something else. Hope. He spoke to the other 2 in a voice that sounded more human than machine. Where are we? What have we been doing? The second soldier, a woman with short blonde hair, began crying. I remember my daughter, Sarah. They took me from her 3 years ago. Jack made a decision that could get them all killed. He walked outside with his hands raised. The 3 enhanced soldiers turned toward him with weapons ready, but something in their eyes had changed. My name is Jack Morrison, he said calmly. You're free now. The alien control is broken. The lead soldier lowered his weapon. I'm Kevin Murphy. I was Navy SEAL before they took me. His voice carried pain and anger. They made me do terrible things. The woman soldier stepped forward. Rachel Grant, FBI agent. I've been searching for my memories for weeks. Sometimes I could almost remember. The third soldier remained quiet but nodded when Jack offered help. His name was Paul Davis, and he had been a firefighter. Over the next few days, more enhanced soldiers found their way to the resistance. Each one brought stories of gradually awakening memories and growing resistance to alien commands. But they also brought dangers. The aliens had noticed that some enhanced soldiers were malfunctioning. Alien hunter squads began searching for the source of the problem. Loyal enhanced soldiers hunted their awakened brothers with ruthless efficiency. Jack established safe houses throughout the city where newly awakened enhanced could recover. Amy worked with each one to help them understand their modifications and learn to control them without alien override systems. Rachel Grant proved especially valuable. Her FBI training and enhanced abilities made her an excellent leader. She organized the awakened enhanced into effective fighting units. Her knowledge of alien tactics helped them avoid patrols and strike back. Kevin Murphy used his military experience to train other awakened soldiers. His enhanced strength and speed made him incredibly dangerous in combat. But more importantly, he helped others deal with the guilt of what they had been forced to do. The resistance grew stronger each day. Awakened, enhanced soldiers brought weapons, equipment, and intelligence about alien operations. They knew where the aliens kept their prisoners and how their facilities were defended. But success came with a price. Marcus Williams led a mission to rescue captured humans from a processing center. The team included several awakened enhanced soldiers. They moved through the facility with ease, their modifications allowing them to bypass most security. In the holding cells, they found dozens of humans waiting to be enhanced. Among them was Dr. Jennifer Hayes, a scientist who had worked on alien technology before her capture. She had valuable information about alien weaknesses. The rescue seemed perfect until they encountered a squad of loyal enhanced soldiers. The battle that followed was brutal. Awakened enhanced fought their former comrades with desperate fury. Both sides knew the aliens would execute any enhanced soldier who showed signs of independence. Paul Davis fell protecting a group of rescued prisoners. His sacrifice allowed the others to escape, but his loss hit the team hard. These enhanced soldiers were not just weapons anymore. They were friends and brothers. Amy made a disturbing discovery while examining captured alien equipment. The aliens were developing new types of enhancement that would be impossible to reverse. They were also beginning to execute enhanced soldiers who might be compromised. "We're running out of time," she told Jack. "They're going to start killing enhanced soldiers rather than risk more defections." Lisa had been working on expanding their signal network. "I've built transmitters for Chicago, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. If we can get them in place, we could wake up enhanced soldiers across the country." Jack looked at his growing army of awakened, enhanced and human resistance fighters. They had proven that the aliens could be beaten. Enhanced soldiers could be saved. But the aliens were adapting too. Rachel entered the command center with urgent news. "Our contacts in Washington report similar awakenings there. Enhanced soldiers are breaking free everywhere our signal reaches." Kevin added more information. "But the aliens are moving fast. They're consolidating their enhanced units in secure facilities. Soon we won't be able to reach them." The room fell silent as everyone understood the implications. They had started something that could free thousands of enhanced soldiers, but they had also triggered a response that could doom those they couldn't reach in time. Jack made the decision that would define the next phase of their war. "We go national. Send teams to every major city. Get those transmitters active. Every enhanced soldier we wake up makes us stronger." Amy packed her equipment while Lisa prepared the transmission codes. Marcus gathered his explosives and weapons. David cleaned his rifle with careful precision. These humans had found hope in the darkness of alien occupation, but across the city, alien commanders were making their own plans. If enhanced soldiers could not be trusted, they would be replaced. New facilities were being prepared. More loyal aliens were being sent to Earth. The battle for the enhanced soldiers had begun. The resistance had shown that alien control could be broken. Now they had to prove they could win a war against an enemy with superior technology and numbers. Rachel looked out at the awakened enhanced soldiers training in the tunnel. Each one represented a small victory against impossible odds. "They tried to turn us into weapons against our own people. Instead, they gave us the tools to fight back." The signal that freed enhanced soldiers was spreading. Soon it would reach every corner of America. But the aliens were spreading their own signal too, a signal that meant death for any enhanced soldier who showed signs of independence. The race to save or destroy the enhanced soldiers would determine who controlled Earth's future. 2 months after the first awakening, Jack Morrison walked through what used to be Grand Central Station. The massive underground space now served as the main command center for the growing rebellion. Hundreds of people worked at tables and computers. Maps covered the walls showing resistance cells across the country. The awakening signal had spread faster than anyone expected. Reports came in daily from cities across America. Enhanced soldiers were breaking free from alien control in Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, and dozens of smaller towns. Each awakened soldier brought weapons, knowledge, and desperate hope. Rachel Grant stood at the main tactical table studying patrol reports. Her enhanced vision could process information faster than any normal human. Around her, other awakened enhanced worked alongside regular resistance fighters. The cooperation amazed Jack every day. Houston reports 30 more awakenings this week, Rachel said. But they also lost a safe house. The aliens are hunting us harder now. Kevin Murphy entered the command center with troubling news. His enhanced hearing had picked up alien radio chatter. They're moving enhanced soldiers to secure underground bunkers, places our signal can't reach. Jack studied the map with growing concern. Red pins marked alien strongholds, where loyal enhanced soldiers were still trapped. Each pin represented dozens of people who might never be freed. How many do you think we've lost access to? Dr. Jennifer Hayes looked up from her research station. Since her rescue, she had become their expert on alien technology. At least half, maybe more. They're learning from our tactics. The resistance had grown beyond Jack's wildest dreams. Captain Steve Mitchell had joined them after awakening from enhancement in Colorado. His military experience helped organize their growing army. Lieutenant Colonel Robert Anderson brought discipline and strategic thinking from his years in the regular military. But growth brought new problems. Food, weapons, and medical supplies were running low. The aliens had tightened security around all resources. Every mission became more dangerous as alien patrols increased. Lisa worked at her computer station trying to crack alien communication codes. Her enhanced teammates could process data much faster than she could, but her human creativity often found solutions they missed. I'm seeing pattern changes in their communications. They're planning something big. Amy moved between the medical stations scattered throughout the command center. Newly awakened enhanced soldiers often needed help dealing with their modifications. Some had been changed so extensively that their human minds struggled to control alien technology grafted onto their bodies. She stopped at a bed where a young woman lay unconscious. Nicole Parker had been a pilot before enhancement. The aliens had changed her nervous system to interface directly with aircraft controls. But the awakening process had left her unable to tell where her body ended and machines began. "How is she?" Jack asked. Amy checked the monitors. Her brain is trying to reconnect with her human memories while still processing alien modifications. It's like having two different operating systems running at the same time. Nicole's eyes opened suddenly. She looked around with confusion before focusing on Amy. "Where am I? The last thing I remember is flying a transport over Detroit. But that was 3 years ago." "You're safe now," Amy said gently. "You've been enhanced, but you're free from alien control." Nicole tried to sit up and gasped as her enhanced reflexes made her move too fast. "I can feel everything. The air currents in this room, the electrical systems in the walls. It's too much." This was the challenge they faced with every awakened enhanced soldier. Their modifications gave them incredible abilities, but learning to control those abilities as free humans took time and training. Marcus Williams entered the command center covered in dust and looking exhausted. He had just returned from a demolition mission in Philadelphia. "We took out 3 alien supply depots, but they're adapting. They've started using enhanced soldiers as guards who don't respond to our awakening signal." Jack felt the weight of leadership pressing down on him. Every decision affected hundreds of lives. Every mistake could doom the rebellion. "What do you mean they don't respond?" "New type of enhancement," Marcus explained. "The aliens have found a way to make some soldiers completely immune to our signal. They're using them to hunt awakened enhanced." Dr. Hayes stopped her work and turned to face them. "I was afraid of this. The data we stole from Luna Base 7 mentioned experiments with different control methods. Some enhanced soldiers have been modified at a deeper level." The room fell quiet as everyone absorbed this news. Their greatest weapon against the aliens might be losing its effectiveness. David Torres had been quiet during the discussion, but now he spoke up. "We've been thinking about this wrong. We can't save every enhanced soldier, but we can make sure the aliens can't use them against us." Jack understood what David was suggesting, but the thought made him sick. "You're talking about killing enhanced soldiers who can't be awakened." "I'm talking about survival," David replied. "Every day we wait, more people die. Sometimes you have to make hard choices. Rachel slammed her hand on the table with enhanced strength that cracked the wood. Those are our people. We don't abandon them. Some of them aren't our people anymore, Kevin said quietly. I've fought my former unit twice now. They show no recognition, no mercy. The aliens have taken everything human out of them. The argument that followed showed the strain the rebellion was under. Enhanced and normal humans disagreed about tactics. Some wanted to focus on rescue missions. Others pushed for direct attacks on alien command centers. Jack finally called for quiet. We do both. Rescue who we can and fight where we must, but we don't give up on anyone until we're sure they can't be saved. Over the next weeks, the Resistance launched its most ambitious operations yet. Teams struck at alien facilities across the country. They rescued captured humans, destroyed alien equipment, and gathered intelligence about enemy plans. But the aliens fought back with increasing brutality. They began executing enhanced soldiers rather than risk more defections. Entire resistance. Cells were wiped out by combined alien and loyalist enhanced attacks. The war was escalating beyond anything Jack had imagined. What started as a rescue mission for enhanced soldiers had become a fight for humanity's survival. The aliens were no longer content to control Earth through enhanced human soldiers. They wanted to eliminate free humans entirely. In a captured alien facility outside Chicago, the Resistance found evidence of the aliens' true plan. Production lines for a new type of enhanced soldier. Ones that looked human, but had no human DNA. Perfect artificial soldiers that could replace humanity completely. Amy studied the alien documents with growing horror. They're not just making enhanced soldiers anymore, they're making replacements. Artificial humans with alien minds. Jack looked at the production facility stretching into the distance. Thousands of artificial bodies waited for activation. Each one would be a perfect soldier that looked human, but served alien masters without question. How long before they're ready? He asked. Dr. Hayes checked the alien computer systems. 6 months, maybe less. The Resistance had 6 months to stop the aliens from replacing humanity with artificial soldiers. 6 months to win a war against an enemy with superior technology and unlimited resources. Jack gathered his core team around him. These people had followed him from a desperate lunar mission to leading a continental rebellion. Now they faced their greatest challenge yet. We've proven enhanced soldiers can be freed. We've shown the aliens can be beaten. Now we have to prove we can win a war. Outside the facility, alien reinforcements were already approaching. The underground war was about to become something much larger. The final battle for Earth was beginning. 4 months into the underground war, Jack Morrison received a message that changed everything. The signal came from London through a hidden communication network the Resistance had built. Enhanced soldiers across Europe were awakening too. Elena. Novak's voice crackled through the radio from Moscow. She had been a Russian Special Forces soldier before enhancement. Now she led resistance cells across Eastern Europe. We have over 200 awakened enhanced in our region. The aliens are losing control everywhere. Similar reports came from around the world. Ahmed Hassan coordinated Middle Eastern resistance from a hidden base in Cairo. Maria Santos had established a network in South America that stretched from Brazil to Argentina. The awakening was becoming a global phenomenon. Jack stood in the main command center looking at a world map covered in green pins. Each pin represented a resistance cell with awakened enhanced soldiers. For the first time, since the invasion began, humanity was fighting back on every continent. But the aliens were desperate now. Intelligence reports showed them preparing for something called the Final Protocol. Dr. Hayes had found references to it in captured alien databases, but the details remained hidden. Whatever they're planning, it's big, she told Jack during their morning briefing. They're recalling alien forces from across the galaxy. Earth is about to become the center of their entire military. Rachel Grant burst into the command center with urgent news. Her enhanced hearing had picked up alien communications that Lisa's equipment had missed. "They have Marcus. The aliens captured him during the Philadelphia operation." Jack's heart sank. Marcus had been more than a teammate. He was a friend who had stood by him since the beginning. "Where are they holding him?" "Research facility in Nevada." "But Jack, there's more. They're not just interrogating him. They're experimenting on him." The rescue mission that followed was the largest operation the Resistance had ever attempted. Jack led a combined force of awakened, enhanced, and regular humans across the Nevada desert. They had to move fast before the aliens finished whatever they were doing to Marcus. The facility sat in a valley surrounded by energy barriers that could vaporize anything that touched them. But Nicole Parker had learned to control her pilot. Enhancements. She could see electromagnetic patterns invisible to normal humans. "There's a gap in the barrier every 30 seconds, she reported. "Right there where those two generators overlap. We'll have to time it perfectly." Kevin Murphy led the assault team through the gap, while David Torres provided sniper cover from the surrounding hills. The enhanced soldiers moved with speed and coordination that amazed their human allies. But inside the facility, they found something that horrified them. Marcus hung suspended in a chamber filled with green liquid. Alien devices had been grafted onto his arms and spine. His eyes were open, but showed no recognition when he saw his friends. The aliens had turned him into something new. Amy worked frantically to disconnect the alien machinery, while the others held off security forces. "They've enhanced him beyond anything I've seen before. His strength will be incredible, but I don't know if his mind survived." When they freed Marcus from the chamber, he moved with inhuman speed. His enhanced reflexes made him faster than even Kevin or Rachel. But when he spoke, his voice carried no emotion. Targets identified. Resistance members detected. Beginning. Elimination protocol. Marcus attacked his own rescue team with devastating efficiency. His new enhancements made him nearly unstoppable. Only the combined efforts of 3 awakened enhanced soldiers could restrain him long enough for Amy to inject a sedative. "The enhancement is too deep," Amy said, as they carried the unconscious Marcus to their transport. "They've rewritten his entire nervous system. I don't know if we can bring him back." The journey back to base was tense. Marcus remained unconscious, but they could see his enhanced muscles twitching as alien programming tried to reassert control. Everyone wondered if they had rescued their friend or brought back an enemy. Dr. Hayes worked for days trying to understand the new enhancement process. "They've learned from our awakening signal. This new type of enhancement blocks our frequency completely, but there might be another way." She had discovered that human emotions could sometimes override alien programming. Love, friendship, and shared memories created neural patterns that alien technology couldn't completely suppress. It was a slim hope, but the only one they had. Jack sat by Marcus's bedside talking about their shared experiences. He reminded his friend about their time as Marines, about the lunar mission, about all the people they had saved together. Sometimes Marcus's eyes would flicker with recognition before going blank again. While they fought to save Marcus, the global resistance continued growing. Elena reported major victories in Europe. Ahmed's forces had captured an alien command center in Egypt. Maria had awakened over 500 enhanced soldiers across South America, but the aliens' final protocol was nearing completion. Massive alien ships appeared in orbit around Earth. Ground forces began consolidating around major population centers. The artificial human production facilities were working at maximum capacity. Lisa intercepted alien communications that revealed their timeline. They plan to activate the artificial soldiers in 6 weeks. Once that happens, they won't need enhanced humans anymore. The implications were clear. Every awakened enhanced soldier would be eliminated. Every human resistance fighter would be hunted down. Earth would be populated by artificial humans with alien minds in human bodies. Jack called a meeting of all resistance leaders. The time for small operations and rescue missions had passed. They needed to strike at the heart of alien power before it was too late. "We hit their main command center," he announced. "Destroy their ability to coordinate the final protocol." Kevin studied the intelligence reports with concern. "The command center is in orbit. We'd need to capture alien ships to reach it." "Then that's what we do," Rachel said. "Every awakened enhanced can learn to operate alien technology. We take their ships and use them against the command center." It was an impossible plan that required perfect coordination across multiple continents. Enhanced soldiers would need to capture alien spacecraft while regular humans struck at ground targets. The margin for error was 0. But as Jack looked around the room at the faces of his team, he saw determination instead of fear. These people had already accomplished the impossible. They had awakened enhanced soldiers. They had built a global resistance. They had proven that humans could adapt and overcome any challenge. Marcus stirred on his medical bed as if responding to their voices. For a moment, his eyes focused on Jack with recognition. "Jack, what happened to me?" The breakthrough they needed had finally come. Human connection had broken through alien programming. Marcus was still in there, fighting to come back. Amy ran more tests and found encouraging results. The enhancement is still there, but his human personality is reasserting itself. If we can do this with Marcus, we might be able to help other super-enhanced soldiers, too. Jack felt hope returning. They had 6 weeks to stop the final protocol, 6 weeks to save Earth from being replaced by artificial humans. But now they had super-enhanced allies who could match anything the aliens created. The final battle was approaching, and humanity was ready to fight. 3 weeks before the final protocol activation, Jack Morrison stood on the roof of their command center watching alien ships patrol the skies above New York. The city below was eerily quiet. Most civilians had been moved to underground shelters or evacuation centers. The final battle was coming. Marcus Williams had recovered enough to join the planning sessions. His new enhancements made him incredibly powerful, but he still struggled with flashbacks from alien programming. Amy worked with him daily to help separate his human memories from artificial ones. "I remember everything they made me do," Marcus told Jack during one of their meetings. "But I also remember how their technology works. We can use that against them." The global resistance had reached its peak strength. Elena reported that European forces had captured 3 alien transport ships. Ahmed's Middle Eastern cells had taken control of a major alien supply depot. Maria's South American network had grown to over 1,000 awakened enhanced soldiers. But the aliens were preparing their final strike too. Orbital bombardment platforms had appeared above every major city. The message was clear: surrender or watch Earth burn. Dr. Hayes had been studying the alien command structure for weeks. "Their entire operation depends on the orbital command ship. If we can destroy it, their ground forces will lose coordination." Jack studied the tactical displays, showing alien positions worldwide. The plan they had developed was the most ambitious military operation in human history. It required simultaneous attacks on 6 continents while a strike team assaulted the orbital command ship. Rachel Grant had been training awakened enhanced soldiers for space combat. Their modifications allowed them to survive in vacuum and interface with alien technology, but the orbital assault would be a one-way mission for most of them. "I'll lead the space team," she volunteered. "My FBI training prepared me for high-risk operations." Kevin Murphy stepped forward. "You'll need backup. I'm going to." One by one, other awakened enhanced soldiers volunteered for the suicide mission. They understood that destroying the command ship might save Earth, even if they didn't survive. Nicole Parker had become their best pilot after learning to control her enhancements. She could fly alien ships better than their original crews. "I can get a small team to the command ship, but the return trip isn't guaranteed. The final preparations took 2 weeks." Resistance cells worldwide coordinated their attacks for maximum impact. Weapons were distributed. Escape routes were planned. Final messages were recorded for family members who might not see their loved ones again. Lisa had cracked the alien communication codes completely. She could monitor their preparations and provide real-time intelligence during the assault. They're expecting attacks on ground facilities. They're not prepared for an orbital assault. Dr. Hayes made a final discovery that changed their strategy. The artificial human production facilities are controlled directly from the command ship. If we can hack their systems instead of just destroying them, we might be able to turn the artificial soldiers against their creators. Amy worked with Dr. Hayes to develop a computer virus that could rewrite alien programming. It was based on the same human neural patterns they used to awaken enhanced soldiers. If it worked, thousands of artificial humans would become allies instead of enemies. The attack began at dawn on a Tuesday morning. Resistance forces struck alien facilities across the globe in perfect coordination. In London, Elena's team captured an alien communication center. Ahmed's forces destroyed a major weapons depot in Cairo. Maria led an assault on artificial human factories in Brazil. Jack coordinated the global operation from New York while preparing for his own mission. His team would assault the main alien ground base, while the orbital strike team attacked the command ship. Marcus carried explosive charges designed to destroy alien shield generators. His enhanced strength allowed him to carry enough firepower to level city blocks. But the real weapon was his knowledge of alien systems gained during his captivity. David Torres had positioned himself on a building overlooking the alien base. His enhanced rifle could penetrate alien armor, but he would need perfect shots to clear the way for the assault team. The ground assault began with David's sniper fire taking out alien sentries. Jack led his team through the base's outer defenses, while explosions from Marcus's charges lit up the morning sky. The aliens fought back with desperate fury, but human determination and enhanced soldier abilities proved superior. Meanwhile, the orbital strike team launched their assault. Rachel, Kevin, and 12 other awakened enhanced soldiers piloted captured alien fighters toward the massive command ship. Nicole Parker flew the lead ship with impossible precision, dodging energy beams that could vaporize them instantly. "Entering the hangar bay now," Rachel reported. "Heavy resistance inside." The battle inside the command ship was brutal. Alien guards fought to protect their command center while the human assault team pushed forward. Kevin's enhanced strength allowed him to tear through alien defenses, but they were taking heavy casualties. Nicole managed to reach the main computer core and began uploading Amy's virus. The artificial human programming started changing immediately. Across Earth, artificial soldiers turned on their alien masters, but the aliens had one final desperate move. They activated the orbital bombardment platforms, preparing to destroy Earth rather than lose control of it. "Jack, they're targeting all major cities," Lisa reported from the command center. "Bombardment begins in 10 minutes. The orbital strike team faced an impossible choice. They could complete their mission to destroy the command ship, but Earth's cities would still be destroyed. Or they could try to disable the bombardment platforms with no guarantee of success. Rachel made the decision that saved millions of lives. "Kevin, take half the team and destroy the command ship. I'm taking the others to stop the bombardment." The two teams split up inside the alien ship. Kevin's group fought through to the main reactor, while Rachel's team raced toward the weapons. Control Center. Both missions required perfect timing and incredible sacrifice. Kevin reached the reactor core just as Rachel's team took control of the bombardment platforms. The choice came down to timing. Destroy the command ship and lose the ability to stop the bombardment, or risk everything on stopping the weapons first. Rachel's voice came through the comm system one last time. "Bombardment platforms disabled. All cities are safe. Complete your mission, Kevin." Kevin triggered the charges that destroyed the command ship's reactor. The massive vessel broke apart in a chain of explosions that lit up the space around Earth. But the cost had been enormous. On the ground, Jack's team had captured the alien base and established contact with resistance forces worldwide. Reports came in of victories on every continent. The aliens were surrendering or retreating, but as Jack watched the debris from the command ship fall like shooting stars, he thought about the friends who wouldn't be coming home. Rachel, Kevin, and 10 other brave souls had given their lives to save Earth. Marcus put a hand on Jack's shoulder. They knew what they were doing. They chose to save everyone. Amy's virus continued spreading through alien systems. Artificial soldiers across the globe were joining human forces or simply shutting down. The alien plan to replace humanity had failed completely. Dr. Hayes monitored alien communications as their remaining forces retreated to their ships. They're pulling back to their home systems. Earth is free. The final battle was over, but the real work was just beginning. Millions of people needed to be freed from alien facilities. Cities needed to be rebuilt. The awakened enhanced soldiers needed to find their place in a free world. Jack looked out at the sunrise over a liberated New York City. Humanity had faced extinction and emerged stronger than ever. The enhanced soldiers who had been created as weapons had become the saviors of their species. The age of human expansion into the galaxy was about to begin. 6 months after the liberation of Earth, Jack Morrison walked through the rebuilt streets of downtown New York. Construction crews worked alongside awakened enhanced soldiers to repair the damage from 12 years of occupation. The city hummed with activity as humanity reclaimed its home. The integration of enhanced soldiers into free society had been challenging but successful. Many chose to use their abilities to help rebuild civilization. Others joined the new Earth Defense Force that Jack helped establish. A few struggled with their modifications and received ongoing support from Amy's medical teams. Marcus Williams had become the head of the Defense Force's Special Operations Division. His knowledge of alien technology and enhanced abilities made him invaluable in preparing Earth's defenses. The scars from his captivity were healing, but they reminded everyone of the price of freedom. "We've received another message from the outer colonies," Marcus reported during their weekly briefing. 3 more star systems have declared independence from the Dominion. The revolution is spreading. Dr. Hayes had spent months studying captured alien technology. Her research revealed that the Dominion controlled dozens of worlds through fear and superior firepower. But their rigid command structure made them vulnerable to the type of guerrilla warfare humans had perfected. "Other species are learning from our example," she explained. "The aliens never expected occupied worlds to fight back effectively. Now, rebellions are starting everywhere." Amy Rodriguez had established medical centers specifically for enhanced soldiers throughout the former occupied territories. Her work helped thousands of awakened enhanced adapt to their new lives. She also continued researching alien biotechnology for peaceful purposes. "We're seeing remarkable developments," she told Jack during one of his visits to her main facility. "Some enhanced soldiers are evolving beyond their original modifications. Their human creativity is combining with alien technology in unexpected ways." Lisa had become Earth's chief technology officer, overseeing the integration of alien technology into human infrastructure. Her work resulted in advances in communication, transportation, and energy production that put Earth decades ahead of where it would have been naturally. The provisional government had asked Jack to serve as Earth's first Minister of Defense, but he preferred working directly with the field teams. Politics reminded him too much of the bureaucracy that had failed during the initial invasion. David Torres continued his work as a sniper instructor, training both enhanced and regular humans in precision shooting. His quiet competence and deadly skills had made him a legend among resistance fighters worldwide. Nicole Parker had established the first human space academy, training pilots to operate captured alien spacecraft. Her enhanced abilities allowed her to understand alien flight systems better than anyone else. Under her guidance, humans were becoming skilled space travelers. Elena Novak visited from Europe to coordinate defense planning between continents. The Global Resistance Network had evolved into an international cooperation agreement that prevented any single nation from dominating alien technology. The Russians and Americans working together, she joked during a planning session. The aliens accomplished something our diplomats never could. Ahmed Hassan arrived from the Middle East with reports of archaeological discoveries in former alien facilities. Ancient artifacts suggested that the Dominion had conquered and enslaved other species for thousands of years. Humanity was just the latest in a long line of victims. Maria Santos brought news from South America that several enhanced soldiers had developed abilities that exceeded anything in alien databases. Their human minds were adapting alien technology in ways the original creators never imagined. But the most significant discovery came from deep space monitoring stations that Lisa had established using alien communication technology. The signals they detected revealed that the Dominion Empire was larger and more threatening than anyone had realized. There are hundreds of worlds under Dominion control, Dr. Hayes explained to the assembled leaders. Earth was just one small part of their empire. But our rebellion has inspired resistance movements across the galaxy. The knowledge that Earth was part of a galactic conflict changed everything. Humanity could no longer simply focus on rebuilding and defense. They had become leaders in a galaxy-wide war for freedom. Jack found himself coordinating with resistance leaders from alien worlds he had never heard of. Species with names he could barely pronounce were asking for human tactical advice and awakening technology. The methods that freed enhanced soldiers worked on other enslaved species, too. We need to think beyond Earth now, Jack told his core team during a strategy meeting. There are billions of beings out there fighting the same war we just won. The decision to expand beyond Earth was not made lightly. Many people wanted to focus on rebuilding their own world before helping others. But the enhanced soldiers, who had been created as weapons of oppression, understood the importance of stopping the Dominion everywhere. Marcus led the first expedition to an alien world where local resistance fighters had requested human assistance. His team included awakened, enhanced soldiers and human specialists who could teach their liberation techniques to other species. The mission succeeded beyond all expectations. Within months, 3 alien worlds had overthrown Dominion control using modified versions of human tactics. The awakening technology that freed enhanced soldiers worked on other cybernetically controlled species, too. Amy developed medical techniques that could reverse alien modifications on dozens of different species. Her work became the foundation for liberation movements across the galaxy. The universe was learning that alien control could be broken. Dr. Hayes established research stations on captured alien worlds to study Dominion technology and develop countermeasures. Each facility she built became a center for local resistance, movements, and a source of technical support for newly liberated worlds. Nicole Parker trained pilots from a dozen different species to operate captured Dominion spacecraft. Her space academy expanded to include alien instructors, teaching human students about technologies their own people had never seen. The transformation of Earth from an occupied world to the center of galactic resistance happened faster than anyone expected. Human adaptability and the unique abilities of awakened enhanced soldiers made them natural leaders in the fight against oppression. But success brought new challenges. The Dominion began sending larger fleets to recapture Earth and stop the spreading rebellion. The final confrontation would require every advantage humanity could develop. "They're coming back," Lisa reported after intercepting long-range communications. "A massive fleet is heading toward Earth, bigger than anything we've faced before." Jack looked out at the stars from his office in the Defense Force headquarters. Somewhere out there, alien warlords were planning to destroy everything humanity had built, but they would find Earth very different from the world they had conquered 12 years ago. Enhanced soldiers patrolled the solar system in captured alien ships. Defense platforms protected every major population center. Most importantly, the human spirit that had overthrown one empire was ready to face another. "Let them come," Jack said to his assembled team. We've beaten them before, with nothing but determination in each other. Now we have their own technology and the support of half the galaxy. Marcus checked the readiness reports from defense. Stations throughout the solar system. All enhanced units are at full strength. Our allies from liberated worlds are sending support fleets. We're as ready as we can be. Amy had developed new medical techniques that could quickly awaken any enhanced soldiers the aliens might send against them. The Dominion's greatest weapons had become humanity's strongest allies. David Torres prepared his sniper teams for long-range space combat. His precision shooting skills translated well to targeting alien spacecraft systems. Nicole Parker had squadrons of multi-species pilots ready to defend Earth's space. Dr. Hayes had spent months developing weaknesses in Dominion technology. Her computer viruses could shut down entire fleets if they could be uploaded to alien command systems. The final battle for Earth would determine the fate of the entire galaxy. But humanity no longer stood alone. Dozens of liberated worlds had sent ships and soldiers to defend the birthplace of galactic freedom. Jack Morrison, who had started as a resistance fighter in the ruins of New York, now commanded the largest multi-species alliance in galactic history. Enhanced soldiers who had been created to oppress their own people stood ready to defend the freedom of countless worlds. As alien ships appeared at the edge of the solar system, Jack felt the same determination that had driven him during the lunar mission years ago. Humanity had proven that any oppression could be overcome. Any enemy could be defeated. Any chain could be broken. The age of human expansion had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same.